guys, welcome to Ranger Wrap Up here on That Hashtag Show. I'm Darrel, and that's Joe.
Yeah.
And I took over because he was busy
tweeting. I was retweeting these fine folks in the chat room.
Thank you guys so much for tweeting this out. It means a lot, and it helps get the word out. So thank you guys so much.
Hey, do we have any Power Ranger gifts in the storage in the closet? Huh? Check it out if we do. We are going to be talking about Power Rangers Hyperforce. But more importantly, we're going to talk about Power Rangers news.
Yes.
And where we want to see Power Rangers go for 2018 and what we liked best about Power Rangers for 2017. And I guess we could talk about what we didn't like so much.
Yes.
But before we do all that, we want to know in the chat, what question do we want to give them?
I don't know. Well, first of all, we were talking about this earlier. Are you guys liking Hyperforce? What?
Hyperforce. Dun, 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 dun.
Travel through time.
I actually like the theme song better than...
I like the full theme.
Yeah, the full theme.
I don't like the theme that they play during the stream. I like the whole theme. It's nice. It could be better, but it's a nice theme. But yeah, do you guys like Hyperforce? And while you guys are answering that, let's plug our things.
Yes, THS Hashtaggers. THS Hashtaggers is a Facebook group that keeps the conversation going. Ooh, excuse me. A lot of you fans are already in there. Thank you. Edward Sanchez, Cat. If you have social media, join, I was going to say Hyperforce, join Hashtaggers. THS Hashtaggers. I'm going to put a link in there for you fine folks.
Okay.
In the group. What else do we have?
We have our super chat feature, which is the little S in the chat box, and I'm sure all of you guys know what that is. Larry Newbill is a huge user of that function. Basically what it is, it puts money into the show, and all the money that you guys put in, it comes back out to you guys so we can create better content for all of you, and it's awesome. It's much appreciated. Thank you guys so much for all of that.
Yes, it is much appreciated, and it's an amazing function that helps everybody kind of stay on track.
It helps us see the comments too, because you guys type a lot, and so it's really hard to see the comments when it's coming up, and so Super Chat highlights these comments and allows us to read them.
Yeah, and then we also have a TeePublic store. Oh, here, I was about to put in the wrong link.
He's doing a thing.
So we have a TeePublic store. What that does... Oh, I can't find it. We have a TeePublic store somewhere.
This is just
links in the description. Actually, I just realized.
According to JD,
links in the description. You can go get your cool geek shirts there. And also, Darrel's going to be making a live appearance next week.
Yes, I am. Coliseum. If you guys are going to be in San Diego, I'm going to be at Coliseum January 6th. Just please stop by if you have the chance. It's free parking. It's a free event.
There's nothing better than free.
Yeah, I mean, just show up and let's hang out. It's going to be fun. So if you guys are going to be around the area, please stop by. Brendan Mejia, if I'm not the big draw for you guys, Brendan Mejia and Tracy Lynn Cruz are going to be there. Both Power Rangers, if you're unaware of who they are. And then Danny Castellanos from We the Geeks of East LA, and a whole bunch of other really cool people. So please stop by.
Yep, and you're not going to be in a cosplay, though.
No, I'm not.
But you are going to be signing.
I will.
Signing what exactly?
I have 5 prints, my headshot, and then 2 characters that I have played in video games. And if you guys want these prints, please stop by. Honestly, there's no other way to really get them to you. I suppose I could sell them, but I'm not in that process yet. However, last week, MJ Spud. I don't know if
it got sent out.
It did it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't even sign it.
You signed...
I didn't put his name on it.
I sent out the one that you signed. Did it not have
No, it did have...
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Well, MJ Spud, that's...
Just write your name in there.
Going to you, yeah. Anyway, I didn't decide who the second person was going out to. But yeah.
I gave it to Daniel's daughter for her birthday.
Oh, okay, cool.
She's a fan of yours.
Yes, she is.
And she's into anime.
Yes, she is.
So let's talk about Power Rangers news.
Yes.
The number one thing coming out is the next week's Hyperforce is going to have a legendary Power Ranger.
Who? Austin St. John?
Close.
Steve Cardenas?
Closer.
Blake Foster?
That one. I don't know. The plush. Blake Foster. No, it's going to be this guy. This plush. Jason, David, Frank, Tommy. is going to be on Power Rangers Hyperforce. By the way, I want to let you guys know something else. This Monday, I know I took a week off of Morphin Mondays for the holidays. This Monday is going to be Ciara Hanna.
Ooh, I like her.
The Monday after Hyperforce is going to be this guy.
Ooh.
Jason David Frank.
Awesome.
So check out those Morphin Mondays. Are you excited to have Jason David Frank on Hyperforce?
I am. I'm a little amused to see what he's going to do playing Dungeons and Dragons kind of game. I don't know if he knows how to play. If he does, cool. If he doesn't, also cool. I'm just really interested to see how he's going to interact with everyone. And who he's going to be. You know, is he going to be green? Is he going to be white? Or is he going to be Dino Thunder Black?
Zeo Red.
Or Zeo Red, yeah.
I hope he's Zeo Red.
I do too. I hope he's not green or white.
Or black. Or Dino Thunder Black would be really cool too.
It's going to piss off a lot of people if he's not the original Mighty Morphin. I'm
okay with it. We just had a Mighty Morphin Ranger.
That's what I mean. It's just the way the fandom is. And I would prefer if he wasn't a Mighty Morphin Ranger. I hope he shows up as like Dino Thunder Black or something. I think that'd be awesome.
I agree. I personally, I'm hoping for Zeo Rangers because it's a great season. But that's what we have now with JDF coming in. At this point, this makes it he's the fourth Canon Ranger to make an appearance, not counting Peter.
Oh yeah, fourth. Yeah, I forgot about Jen, Erin Cahill.
Yeah, she's on the first episode.
Yeah.
So, who else would you like? Do you think that Hyperforce is handling, even though the budget's obviously a lot lower than the show? Do you think they're handling a better sense of a reunion than Power Rangers, actual Power Rangers?
Yes. Yeah, most definitely.
Bringing back fan favorites too.
It's cool because a lot of the people that are showing up are also show up to a lot of conventions, and so people are familiar with these faces. And even if they don't show up to conventions, it's like, oh, I remember you, and it's cool. It's awesome. Even if you've never seen, like, say, RPM, it's like, oh, you got to see him in action, and that's not something. It's like, oh, let's just bring them all back for one episode and not give them anything to do.
Exactly.
They're all doing something.
Jem was great. He was also a great surprise. I think that's done for a reason because I think we'll see Gemma's other side of the story on Ninja Steel eventually. That is going to be awesome. Now let's talk about this. You want to talk about this episode or expectations for Rangers? Do we have comments? Did you put out comments?
He said he might. We can hit Hyperforce really quick because honestly, not a lot happens in this episode. It's a Christmas episode.
We do get one thing that I kind of found a little interesting is the, a couple things actually. So
Peter dropped some.
That he has a brother. He also dropped a Q Ranger.
He dropped 2 Q Ranger things.
Yeah, I wonder why he was setting that up though. Like, is he doing that just to do that? That makes me wonder.
I think he's doing it just to do it.
I think he's doing it as an Easter egg to me, to be honest with you. Because I talk about it with him all the time, and I think that's one thing. But realistically, we know that he has a brother, but we also know that Eddie's avoiding any conversation about himself.
Yes. Other than all that stuff. All the romance stuff. Apparently, Chloe's hiding something.
Chloe doesn't know who her parents are.
Yeah. Santa in this most recent episode. We're talking about the Christmas episode.
Gosh. Santa.
He was a funny character. I really enjoyed his character.
But he sounded like Ron Burgundy. He sounded just like Ron Burgundy.
Stop, you're creepy. Please stop.
Ho, 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 ho. I'm Santa Claus. Ron Burgundy.
It was amusing, and I really liked it. I thought it was hilarious.
He was funny, but the wrong tone for Santa for me.
Oh, no, totally. However, he was... When he got into the serious stuff, and he's like, Marv, it's okay. He was a very cool Zordon character to them. Look, I know what you've been doing.
Oh, we got a super chat.
Super chat!
Not being rude, but can JDF please go away?
Dang!
Shots fired. Boom, boom, boom. I think JDF gets a bad rap, and I know that certain people don't want to see him, but if that's the case, can Wolverine just please go away? Can Batman please just go away?
Yeah.
Who? Deadpool. Oh my God. Can
Harley
Deadpool
Quinn.
please just go away? Harley Quinn. These are so many oversaturated characters, and Tommy on Power Rangers is a lot lesser form of that. I am sick and tired of seeing Deadpool. Next Deadpool I see at a convention, I'm just gonna punch him straight in the face. Straight in the mouth.
None of you guys come up to Joe and do, hey Joe, what's up?
I was like, hey, you deserved it.
Hey man,
you
saw that stream.
Man, I do not like. I don't want to get on this anymore. If people realistically don't understand how much I disdain Deadpool.
Yeah.
However, back to this episode of Hyperforce. Let's hold on. Carlos Martinez, the troll, the little gremlin in here. He says that JDF is overrated. There's I don't necessarily if you can say that he's overrated, mainly because you can't really be overrated if you've been on the most episodes of Power Rangers. You can't be overrated. I mean,
his reputation is overrated, I guess. But the character himself is like...
Yeah. That's like saying, I mean, you know who's overrated? Wolverine. He's an overrated kid. Batman is overrated. But I'm not going to go off on this tangent.
Yeah. That's a topic for a different time.
All right, so go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I like Santa in this episode. They fought Krampus. It was, honestly, this episode, other than, like, I'm from Planet Cayenne, and there was a legend about a lion warrior that saves the galaxy and his 8 other warrior friends. I was dying, Peter. That was fantastic. I'm so glad that you dropped that. However, does it allude to anything that might be happening? You know, did he just leak what's going to be the next season? You know, like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It was a cool little drop, Easter egg.
But if you think that was an Easter egg, that it's a lion warrior and his 9 friends, that's not Q Ranger, because it is a lion warrior, but they are not friends when they start. They're just a group of people that happen to be on the same mission.
Now they're friends.
For the most part.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say all of them are. I feel like certain... I don't know. I don't know if all of them are. You think they all are?
I think they're all friends now.
Maybe. I don't think... No, they're not. Well, are they? Because even Lucky was like... He's like, you're not my friend, Karu. You're my teammate.
Well, everyone else, I'm sure, feels that way. But Lucky is, like, low-key stupid.
Yeah, I do kind of agree with that. Now...
I mean, other than, like, that and the whole romance stuff, and we get to see the relationships between Vesper and Chloe and blah, 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 not a whole lot that happens. And honestly...
It's a filler. This was our first filler episode of Hyperforce.
Yeah, like, up to, I think, if you watch 1 hour of Hyperforce, exactly at the hour, I think you've pretty much covered all the important stuff. The rest of it is just fighting, and, like, did I miss? I missed. Darn it. You know, and then...
Jack wasn't there, a.k.a. Pauly Schreier.
Yeah, he was out sick. Was a complete loss. It would have been cool to see him, like, interact with everyone, especially Santa. Just be like, Santa, we don't need your crap. Stop, you're being creepy. Like, I don't know. It would have been fun. But
now, one of the biggest debates we had last week about Power Rangers Hyperforce was, can Hyperforce Rangers die?
I don't know. They're setting them up in such a way that I don't think they're going to. We thought we are going to see Eddie die.
I don't think they can die either.
Yeah.
Because if they could, I think that
one of them would have already.
Because Eddie was on, Jack was on his last legs.
So was Eddie.
We got another super chat.
Super chat.
Yeah, Larry Luba says, why Ohio State did your boys of USC like that last night, Joe? Damn! They did get beat. It was like 24-7. It was bad. But there were some, like, realistically, that whole game had missed calls left and right. I'm not making excuses because Ohio State deserved to win. Sam Darnold, I want him to stay another year at USC. He needs to stay one more year and show that he can be a national champion. USC, you know, here's what was overrated. I went to USC. For those of you guys that don't know, I actually went to college at the University of Southern California, a prestigious university here in Southern California. Here's one thing, though. Hey, Lucius, yes, my team did lose. Was your team even in a game? Oh, cool. All right, so realistically, though, I think that USC is overrated. I think that they came in and they had such a high expectation of them this year, and they ended up losing. But this isn't about sports, and that's that.
Yeah, I don't know anything about sports, guys. If you throw a basketball into a hoop, you win, I guess.
Oh, this is football we're talking about, though.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean.
Thank you for the super chat, though, Larry. Yeah, but Lucius, I'd like to hear where you went to college and if your team competed in any bowl game. Cool. Wait, did you actually go to that school, Lucius? Because I actually went to the University of Southern California. And yes, they won the Texas Bowl. I don't even know what the Texas Bowl is. That's not even a real ranked bowl.
A bowl in Texas.
It's a chili bowl. May as well be. So, back to this. You said that... What was that now?
I mean, yeah, you just watched the first hour of Hyperforce of this episode, and you've basically covered everything. The rest of it is just whatever.
Yeah, it's a lot of filler. We did get some backstory here and there, but I'm not necessarily sure it was enough to warrant it being like a big story-driven thing. Like literally, the catch-up of that is these small things happen for like 5 minutes.
I'm sure it was just like, hey, we don't have Paul. Drop some stuff, but we're just gonna make this a filler episode.
Oh, we were talking about death though. Power Rangers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So I do want to ask if because Jack could have died, and I thought that was a great episode.
I think Eddie should have died.
I think Eddie should.
I don't want him to die, but I feel like he should have. You know, I like Andre, and I like his character that he plays. But I personally think he should have died, and it would have like raised the stakes. Because you could see it on everyone's face. As soon as like Vesper turned, he's like, "So I'm gonna take my Cerberus axe and just brutally strike him," and everyone just goes, "What?"
True.
You know, that's what I want to see in Hyperforce. All these unexpected things, and I was noticing it in this episode. One of the things I really don't like.
I gotta cut you off real quick.
Okay.
Lucius.
Okay.
Is talking about. Listen, I'm my last sports thing.
Okay, go. Do
it. The Texas beat the Missouri Tigers. Yes, this is true.
Okay.
However, both teams are unranked.
Whoa.
They're not in the top 25.
Really?
USC is number 8. I was just to say USC was number 8. So, and by the way, we beat Texas.
Yeah.
This year. There's that. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Those Angel Grove Tigers.
Those Angel Grove Tigers
right,
are really.
Were they Tigers?
Yeah, they were Tigers.
Okay,
and there was the Stone Canyon Beetles.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That a lot of people didn't know that. It was a Stone Canyon Beetles.
I actually realized recently Patricia Jolie, and when she arrives in Turbo, she's like, "Oh yeah, I have relatives in Stone Canyon." I've never realized that. I've never caught that.
I'm a little surprised that they've never done a season from Stone Canyon. It's already a city that's set up and established. I don't know why they just didn't do it. Here's the thing. Malika, this is actually a really good question. So it's a Super Samurai one says, yeah, Malika would have let Eddie die, but Saban won't let her do it. Do you think that's true?
I agree. If that's the case, I 100% agree. Because Saban is, it's Power Rangers. This is his thing. And
I don't think Saban cares that much.
I think he does. I think they're being more, like, tiptoey about, like, don't do that. I mean, you can brutally strike him down and make him bleed out, but
I think Eddie should have died. But it would have made the most sense for Eddie to die because he was already on his last legs. But the only reason I think they didn't kill him, well, it might have been that reason, but also it's because of the that they still have story to tell that they hadn't got to yet.
Yeah.
And like I said last week, is that you have to have at this point people on deck to be like, okay, well, we don't know who's going to live or die. So, all right, then who's the next people that are lined up to take that spot? Because then are they just going to be like...
I feel like they also have too much life as far as like...
Oh, yeah,
hey,
for sure.
This putty punched you in the balls and you lost maybe not even this much of your whole health bar.
And, I mean, it's... The thing is, too, is like in a video game, and this is a game, but in a video game or even a D&D campaign, I don't know much about D&D, but I do know that you can die.
Yeah.
And there's a risk of dying. And here I feel like it's more geared towards, okay, we're more so going to tell you a story and kind of let people improv it, but there's not going to be huge consequences in the way they do it. I think that they know where the story's going, and that's the way it kind of is.
Exactly. What I was saying earlier before you guys were talking about your balls and your sports and stuff, I don't know. So one of the things I noticed in this episode that I really don't like is that when they have conversations like, hey, so I'm going to take Vesper over to the side and be like, hey, I know, like, but I'm not a human. And everyone else is, like, right there.
Yeah.
And it's like, so that kills the surprise for, like, wait, what? You're not human?
Well, I can say that. I can say one thing. We were gonna do a Hyperforce style show here.
That's no longer the case. We
were this close to doing it, and then I guess our Saban representative shall go nameless.
Yeah.
We can't really name who that was, but we can say that our advice when we pitched it, it was a good idea when we pitched it, because we were going to do it a lot differently and a little bit more intense. We were going to do, like, just how you said.
Exactly.
The big part that we were doing was the secretive about everybody's story. So if something happens to you and it only had your characters with everybody else in it, we're going to remove this other characters from the room completely so that you can do it with that person and they wouldn't know what was going to happen. Yeah,
that's one of my biggest things I don't like about Hyperforce is that, like, the genuine reaction of Chloe, even though she heard everything, is like, I was just saying that to lighten up the movie. What do you mean you're not a human? That made me laugh so much. But I think that would have been more genuine if she hadn't known, because they already talked about it, you know? I don't know. I wish there was a better system to it over Hyper RPG. Maybe they're working on something in the back. I don't know.
Yeah, because ours changed. We were gonna do we were gonna do it like Hyperforce. It was gonna be a little different. But now that changed. Ours is a lot different.
Right.
We will be debuting information on that next month.
Ooh.
So that'll be fun.
Stay
I can show the Darrel promo art. Can I show them that?
You can show them that.
The Darrel promo art.
I think the smile is like, I know it's accurate. It's 100. I'm not gonna deny it's accurate, but it's like ridiculous.
I can't show it for too long, but that's the. Oh, can I see? Hold on. Let me see.
Hold on.
The Darrel promo art. If we can see it on the screen.
Oh,
I want to see myself do it.
We'll see in a sec. He's pulling.
It's a delay. We're on a delay. Oh yeah, there's the
there we go.
promo
Okay.
art. But yeah, we have something coming up, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I think people are going to dig it. But he's not the only one. I should show like a Daniel promo art. He's not here.
He's not here.
I don't know if I should show Daniel.
Yeah, do it. What is he gonna do? Like tell you no?
He's not here. Maybe you can see him. Oh, let me turn up my brightness.
Is it all the way up? It looks like it.
No, it's bright, but it's not all the way up. I'm not even close to all the way up. But yeah, there's some Daniel promo art there. But we
looks
have
like
we
you're gonna
have
to rewind to watch it. Yeah.
Yes, we do. I can't put this on social media yet because
we're working stuff.
We're not allowed
to
yet.
Yeah. So this is what the best that you're getting right now. But that basically covers it for Hyperforce. There's nothing really else to say.
Let's get into some meat and potatoes Power Ranger conversation.
I do like meat and potatoes.
Do you?
No.
I thought you were a vegetarian.
No, I'm not.
All right.
That's
like Migdalia.
Meat.
All right, so let's talk about this real quick. So what was your favorite Power Ranger moment of 2017?
The fact that I got to attend the red carpet of the movie.
Yeah.
That's not something I ever thought I would ever do.
That's a good one.
It's one of those things that, and I'm sure a lot of you can relate. It's, you watch Power Rangers. You've grown up with Power Rangers. And then for me, hey, I'm living in Los Angeles and the red carpet isn't that far from me. And somehow I ended up on the red carpet with the rest of a whole bunch of other fans and Power Force members and just like, I'm here on the red carpet of a movie I grew up watching. This is so surreal.
See, I would put that at my number one. However, I did Star Wars just recently, and that blew me away.
That's what I mean.
But interviewing the cast of the movie for me probably is number one. Has to be. I loved that experience. That was good. That was good. I don't know though. Because I don't know if that's my number one. Personal experience actually has probably been getting to know a lot of these Rangers way more personally now.
Oh yeah, same here.
Dude, Peter sent the sweetest text to me the other day on Christmas. It was like, hey man, Merry Christmas, and I just wanted to say that I'm really happy I've gotten to know you really well this year. And I was like, oh man, that's kind of sweet.
He didn't send me that text.
And then, getting to know JDF. I know a lot of people in here aren't the biggest fans of JDF or think he's overrated. Truth is, man, once you meet the man and he's one of the coolest dudes. All right, so when we had our very first ever interview with him, we set it up through his publicist, and she was like, hey, yeah, so you got 15 minutes with JDF.
Yeah.
I think you were there, right, Josh? You got 15 minutes with JDF, and as soon as we get there, he's like, oh, what's up, man? And then we sit down, we do the sliding thing. He has 2 interviews before me, and we kind of, or 1 interview before me. We kind of help him out with that. And then after that, I interviewed him. My interview went way longer than expected, and he was cool with things. He loved it. He got done, and he was like, man, that was a really good interview. And then literally after that, we talked for the next hour and a half. Mm-hmm. And he's just one of those dudes that's kind of like, hey, don't worry about going through my publicist. You just go through me directly. Gave me his number, gave us his email.
He's
and I was
one
like,
of the
dude, what a
coolest
chill
guys.
dude.
Yeah, like, you know, I was never a big, like, JDF fanboy. Like, he's a cool guy. He's a legend, and I respect that. And I've never gotten to know him until I met him at New York Comic Con. And honestly, I was blown away. I was like, this guy is, like, super down to earth. He's, like, he's so genuine, and I can't believe I've never really seen it until getting to meet him. So it's one of the things you need to, like, actually meet him.
Yeah, and then the other one, too, was having drinks in New York with Austin. Then having drinks in LA with Austin, which got out of control, by the way. Not Austin, but, like, Walter was there. I really should say Jezzer got out of control. I mean, it's not...
It's Jezzer.
It's not a hashtag story.
We're talking about the guy that hit your car.
He... Fucking idiot, man. The dude legit, like, our friend Dan is back here right now. He does our props for us. Legit, Dan's like, hey, man, what happened to your car? And it's like, oh, Jezzer hit me. It's just like, what an idiot. What a moron. Anyway. I got a question, though. I got a question for you, actually.
Okay.
We've obviously met a lot of Rangers doing this stuff. Is there any Ranger that you want to meet that you haven't yet and want to see start making appearances at cons this year? Or next year, I really should say?
I don't know. That's such a hard question. A lot of the Rangers I would like to see are probably from the Disney era, but I
agree.
But I've seen a lot of them already.
I had the biggest crush on Caitlin Murphy. Do you know who that is?
Caitlin Murphy.
Oh, MJ Spud.
Yes.
Mine is all the crap Ninja Steel toys this year. That's his favorite moment, is the crap Ninja Steel toys this year.
I don't know why you would call that.
The spinners.
No, I know.
Fidget spinners.
We have them somewhere in the closet.
Thank you for the super chat, MJ. You got something coming your way from Darrel.
You do.
It's not complete, though.
I guess, yeah. Like, I was going to finish it.
It's Michael J. Spud is his name.
Is it really?
It's Michael J. Spud.
What is your real name, MJ Spud?
Michael J. Spud. And he's a snake charmer.
Fair enough.
A trouser snake charmer. Caitlin Murphy, man, she was my crush.
Oh, yeah, Rhoda Montemayor or whatever, the Pink Ranger from that season. I've never met her, and I always think that was like, oh, she might be really cool to meet. Overdrive, you know, generally is regarded as like one of the worst seasons. I don't believe that. I don't believe it either. But I like the cast.
His name's Caleb.
Caleb
J.
See?
Spud.
Like, you told me to...
Caleb J. Spud. You should have just wrote Caleb J. Spud.
Sorry, man. Anyway, now that I'm actually, like, taking time to think about it, my top two for, like, Power Ranger moments this year, the movie red carpet premiere, and then getting to hang out with the Dino Charge cast at... Sack Anime. Actually, someone that I do want to keep seeing at conventions, hopefully make recurring guest appearances, is Claire.
Black Welder.
Yes.
His name is actually Caleb Coleman, not Caleb J. Spud. Or not... Are these front and back? Wait, is this...
Holy crap.
This is all one... Like, this isn't for both of us. Oh, man. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Thank you so much, MJ. I'm just gonna call it. Can I call you Caleb? Because it's gonna make me remember it, and it won't be Michael J. Spud. Hey, it makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
All right. So you wanted to see Claire more?
Yes. Because actually, like, even though I have met her, that's exactly why I want to like have her keep coming to cons. And I was talking to her about it, and she's like, I don't know if I would like even make a lot. I was like, are you kidding me? First of all, I'm gonna be blunt with you. You're attractive. Second, you're a female ranger. That's a lot. And you're a purple ranger?
I mean, you and Albert, really.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. and also Jungle Fury.
Yeah.
I love that dude, by the way, RJ.
Oh, he's such a cool person. Like in person.
Yeah, he's David. He's dope. But
David De La Torre.
I don't know. I think I gotta go back and rewatch Jungle Fury. I wasn't a big fan. I mean, you know what? It's not that I wasn't a big fan. I was overhyped for it because I was told that it's gonna blow me away, and I was like, that. It
didn't blow me away, but it's definitely up there.
It's one of my least favorite Blue Rangers.
Theo?
Theo's one of my
I just don't like his height changes.
What? Justin did it. You're fine with Justin.
He got shorter.
Who, Theo?
Yeah. It didn't make any sense.
Wasn't he a little guy? Wasn't Theo like small?
Yeah, he was super short. And then
he got taller. Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Whatever.
You gotta get your Power Ranger facts right.
It was ridiculous. I didn't like it. Justin, I can understand. He's a kid, has to grow up to adult. But this guy is an adult, and he has to like grow this much.
Who? What was your least favorite moment of Power Rangers 2017?
Ninja Steel.
Wow.
The first part of Ninja Steel.
Let me text Peter real quick.
I
should FaceTime him. Hey, can you talk right now? Should we try to FaceTime him?
Do you think he'd answer?
Yeah, I think so. You talk. I'm gonna try to FaceTime him.
Anyway, it's like Ninja Steel by the end, especially with the Christmas episode.
I have terrible audio, so just bear with it.
It's pretty much redeemed itself. But Ninja Steel, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's not one of my favorite seasons. It's one of the weakest seasons, in my opinion. It could be better.
I don't want to do it. Should I do it? Fuck it.
Just text him first.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Text him first and see.
That's a better idea. Keep talking.
I don't have a whole lot of stuff that I didn't like about this year. This was a great year for Rangers. Sentai too. I can't really think of anything that I disliked, and that's why Ninja Steel is probably the one thing, because it's just wasn't very good. What about you?
My least favorite thing this season, that the 2017 movie that it came out the second week the Beauty and the Beast was in theaters. Yeah. I think that was the worst decision Saban might have ever made. You set up the movie for failure at this point, right?
Pushed it back a year, kind of built the hype, and then released it on at a time that you're going to lose even more money to a Disney movie.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Larry Newbill.
What's up?
Super chat. My favorite moment, if 2017 for me, I made new friends at THS Community, and also got to catch up with Karen Ashley and Walter Jones at KC Comic Con. Cool. Hey man, Larry is one of the coolest dudes. He was we were texting yesterday about college football, actually. So
you guys and your balls.
Man. I'm a sports guy. Fun fact is that #show wasn't originally ever meant to be a geek pop culture show. It was actually meant to be a sports show.
Oh, how the tides have turned.
But that's that. Maybe should I text Yoshi? I'm not gonna.
If you want, I mean.
Hey, Ciara,
just text everyone and be like, "Hey, do any of you want a FaceTime?"
Ciara,
they all respond yes. How do we do this?
But no, I think that is my least favorite moment. I would have to say that was that. I will say this, in 2017, I've been more impressed with Sentai than I was with Power Rangers. Yeah. And actually more excited week to week to watch Sentai than I was Power. Even now, dude, not having an episode for a week does suck.
I'm it's even hard for me to still believe that every time Daniel walks in, is this is my favorite show on television right now. And it's you're saying this about a children's, I'm not one to talk, but you're talking about a children's television show about spandex and rubber latex monsters in space. But it's so legitimately good that it's I believe you. Q Ranger's amazing.
Q Ranger is amazing, but not just that, because something as campy as ToQger should have been on paper is actually really good.
Yeah.
I'm actually quite surprised how good it is. And I care about Wright, and I care about his characters, and I love all of them. It's very good.
Such a good show.
Yeah, so I'm excited. Once I get through ToQger, I think I'm either going to go on to Zoojer, or I might try to give Go Buster another shot.
Zoojer's story is good, but the getting past the aesthetics is a chore. It's there are things that happen. It's oh, that's cool. I can see why that works. I don't like those suits.
Do you think? So that's not a thing where, because one of the suits that does look cool though is that is it the silver and gold suit?
Oh, the world.
That one looks really cool.
He looks awesome, and his weapon's a freaking fishing rod.
Really?
Sword, fishing rod, sword.
It is. Why?
Japan. But yeah, it's a good season, but it's just as soon as it goes back to the animal suits and the campiness of it, it's oh, this could have been better.
No, I think that's one of the. I think Japan knows what they're doing.
Yeah, they do know what they're doing.
Sometimes that misses. But I've seen more recently that they've had a lot more
like
hits.
an injure.
I hear a lot of people had mixed feelings on Zoodra though.
Yeah. It was very like, oh, I can't do it. The aesthetics are too weird. Or like, oh, it's so great. And I've said this before because Peter had said that like, oh, it has one of the best finales I've ever watched. So I never do this, but I watched the last 4 episodes of Zoodra.
You skipped ahead.
Yeah, because I was curious. I was like, and
you fast forward.
Everyone was talking about it.
You skipped the chapter.
I did.
You did the cliff notes.
The finale was amazing.
Fast forward.
All the characters.
Dang, another super chat. Favorite moments is getting to know the Ranger community, though through hashtag. But my true favorite moment is getting to know Shadowbird.
Oh,
how cute. How cute.
Oh, adorable.
That's
You
adorable.
guys are so cute. What was it saying? Oh, yeah. It's a good season. And getting to see the finale is like, wow, I want to see how it gets to this point.
Did it work out for you?
I mean, I'm on episode like 13 or something like that.
So you wait. So now you're going back and actually watching it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I haven't had the chance to like watch it.
Wow. Thank you so much, Caleb, a.k.a. MJ Spud, a.k.a. Michael J. Spud. Thank you so much for your super chat. Caleb is the man. Now, another thing that I wanted to bring up real quick. It was somebody who touched on it. I don't remember what it was. The Boom Studios comics are killing it.
Shattered Grid.
Kyle Higgins, amazing writer. We interviewed Kyle. It's right here in one of the Morphin Mondays from the past.
Oh, cool.
It's so interesting because talking to a writer like Kyle, who would be great as a writer.
Actual writer for the show, and I don't know why he hasn't been like.
Well, the problem with that
up.
probably is it's because like. I'd hate to say this, but you have to almost dumb down his stories for the show. Dumb down might be the wrong word.
I feel like
dumb down is right. I mean,
it is. No, totally. But I feel like even if you were to dumb down his stories, they'd still be good stories. You know, you just have to like change a couple things.
Yeah, I love the comics.
Change blood to water.
Boom Studios Comics is and Dan, who's my comic guy here, he knows I have 4 waiting for me in the box over there. Here's the thing, though, It sucks because I'll read through them in a day, and then I'll be like, oh man, I gotta wait. Like
That's
wait
the one
month.
thing I don't like about comic books is how quickly I go through them, and then it's like I have to wait 2 months or something.
But so how I did The Walking Dead, I read it issue to issue, and I think all the way up until like I don't know, it's 28, I think, and then I was like, I can't do this month to month. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna wait for the trades. Started buying the trades. I was like, I can't do this. So I ended up buying the omnibus. So I was like, all right, this is going to last me. But it's stories like that. Power Rangers is no different. Kyle Higgins. And truth be told, the Go-Go comic is, when it was first announced, they said, all right, we're going to do a spin-off. It's Go-Go Power Rangers. My first initial thought was, why? You're already giving us the original Rangers.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need to see them in another series. Boy, was I wrong. Go-Go Power Rangers is amazing. You get to see them in Angel Grove interacting with other students. Like, there's this character, Matt, that, like...
plays a big part.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it. I actually haven't read it yet. I only read
Kimberly's
issue 1.
boyfriend, and you're like, okay, he doesn't... He gets along with everybody, and he's, like, hanging out. He's like Tommy would have been, right? But he's Kimberly's boyfriend. But then you're like, well, why isn't he around anymore? And then something happens, you're like, wait, what? It's so good. Big fan of what they're doing. Now, we made the announcement last week that in Shattered Grid, the first team that's been announced to team up with the current Power Rangers is Samurai. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. Do you think, one out of 2 things here. Would you like to see another season be adapted as a comic? Or 3 things. Would you like to see a Sentai season that has never been done adapted as an American Power Ranger team? Or would you like to see a completely original team a la Hyperforce as a comic team? Not Hyperforce, but it could be like Hyperforce.
Well, first of all, I'd like to see Hyperforce as a comic team.
Okay.
Because as cool as Hyperforce is, it's 3 hours of decisions and rolling, and it's cool.
Oh,
but
it's 3 hours
three
of playing a game.
Yeah.
Listen, we did the game. Anybody that wants to go back and watch our Game of Thrones shoot here at that hashtag show, that took 12 hours. Like, legit 12 hours.
Yeah, it's cool, but I would like to just, like, pick up things like, okay, so this is a story. Oh, that's cool. Okay, cool. Done. You know? But here I have to watch it while I'm driving because it's just so long.
Yeah, same thing.
Otherwise, I would like to see, given those options, I would like to see a Sentai's team that's never been adapted before into something.
I agree.
Because I think that would be awesome. And for people that have never, have kind of written off Power Rangers, like, oh, it's campy, it's stupid, Mighty Morphin is the best, and nothing else matters, I think this would be a good gateway because there's they have nothing to compare it to.
And I also think it's good, too, because you could tie it into the Legacy War of why in Super Mega Force they would get, a different suit.
Yeah.
You can give them that backstory. I like the idea. I actually would go with that, too, because especially these older Sentai seasons, you can't necessarily adapt them on the screen because the footage is way too old.
And the only way they would be able to do that is if they, redid it like they did in Gokaiger.
Oh, what about crossover issues? Of different teams that you'd never see together.
I mean, they do it with DC Comics and they do it with Avengers.
Well, I don't mean Marvel versus. I mean crossover, Samurai and Ninja Storm.
I know.
Okay.
That they do it in other comic books. I see no reason why not. You know, just like your Batman, your Superman, we have our Ranger superheroes, and there's no reason why they can't team up. It'd be cool. Even just Clash of the Red Rangers, bring back one Ranger to team up with the rest.
And the great thing about doing it in comics, you don't have to pay the actors, so you can have the essence of that character, and it's still that character.
Exactly.
And they still feel like that character. I think that's a very smart way to do that. Another thing I'd like to see of Power Rangers, the comic-wise, this next 2018, I'd really like to see a Psycho Ranger series.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're already technically getting that.
We're getting sort of. I would really like to see Psycho Rangers really dive into how things went down. Another one is A Squad. The Adventures of A Squad before the turn. And then
a small 10-issue miniseries, five issue,
6-issue miniseries, A Squad. I'm in.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Literally, you put out a Power Rangers thing, I'm gonna buy it.
Make them the most righteous people in the world, and then just watch them go from that to that.
Let me ask you guys this in the chat room, you, Darrel, even you guys here at the studio. Are you surprised that Power Ranger comics did as well as they did?
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
Yes? No. Maybe. So most people, it's pretty split. I am actually.
Reason being is that because we've had Power Ranger comics before. Those were awful, apparently. Received awfully.
I think, though, that with this, as soon as we saw those covers, it set the tone for what was to come.
Exactly.
It's at that point is really just living up to the hype. So I think that, because if you tell anybody, hey, we're doing a Mighty Morphin Power Ranger comic, and it's going to be the Mighty Morphin Rangers, and it's going to be essentially the stories that you didn't see. To me, that's kind of I saw 60 episodes in the first season of those stories.
I saw 3 seasons.
MJ Spud, he says, can JDF come on going Hyperforce and come out saying Tommy is bisexual? That would be amazing. Just watch the whole fan base divide.
One, I agree that it would be great to watch the fan base divide. I
have that.
I like watching the world burn. That's just
You're
me.
that guy?
I am totally that person. However, to make him bisexual just for that reason alone is not good enough. There has to be a reason for it. There doesn't have to be a reason, but you can't just do that to a character that we've had for 20. If this was the movie version, cool.
Well, I don't know. They did it with Iceman recently.
They did, yeah.
Kinda. Yeah, I do agree with you though, Darrel. I think that I don't necessarily think you'd have to have a reason, but his character's been pretty established as a straight male.
Yeah.
It'd be a little strange to change it now. Now, I do agree with you.
Okay, yeah.
I do agree with you because it's a little. At that point, it's kind of it's force fed, right?
So you're just adhering to all the.
If we go in that direction, yeah. Personally, I feel like there should be an LGBT character. First of all, character, period.
Yeah.
Besides in the movie, in the actual series, as an actual Ranger, an LGBT character.
They need to be represented. Yeah.
Secondly, I think it'd be cool if it was a Red Ranger because I think that. And
especially since they're the focus, usually.
Before we get that, I think it'd be kind of cool to have a female Red Ranger for once in our life. I think that the cool thing about, even with Ninja Steel, I'll give them credit too, and Hyperforce, is that this year of Power Rangers has really been the year of strong female characters.
And the movie too.
Right. Not saying we never had them before, but this year, like Sarah, Haley, Chloe, Vesper, Trini, and Kimberly in the movie.
Exactly.
All 6 of those women were great. Have been great and great.
And we even had the Pink comic book series. Like.
Pink, which was great. It was great.
I want more of that actually.
So do I. Her team looked so cool.
I want figures of all of those.
Dude, you have no idea. I think that those figures should be a box set of Power Ranger Legacy exclusives for a con. Or
Boom
for
Studios.
Either way.
Listen to us. Do the thing.
Like, honestly, like, because I know that there's that rumor. I don't know if it's official, but there's a rumor going around that the exclusive for Morphicon is the Draken figure, which is super cool. Draken, however people, Dracon, Draken, whatever you want to say.
I call it Dracon. Dracon.
You're
crap.
lost now. You're lost.
You've said so many things I don't know what it means.
I think another cool movie exclusive would honestly be the Power Ranger Pink figures. Her whole team. Another thing too.
I want that to be a Morphicon exclusive. I think it'd be awesome.
Another thing too is now this is where I'm really curious because the Boom Studios comics, they resemble the original actors, but they don't look exactly like the original.
The
actors,
only
right?
one really I think is Trini, and even then it's like kind of a stretch.
So, do you think that now that if they say, "Oh, hey, we're basing this on our comic, not necessarily your likeness," do you get around that for having them to sign deals to use their likeness?
No. If it was
no, I'm saying if they made helmetless Rangers like in civilian clothes, do you get around using the likeness?
No.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
No? I think you do. I totally think you do.
Well, I mean, as they are now, they don't have to. But
I think the biggest fear is, will they sell? I mean, that really is the biggest fear. Hey, quick question. Are you familiar with the Power Ranger Legacy action figures?
Yeah, but I'm not super familiar with them. I don't collect them.
In the most recent wave, what are the figures? I know it's
we
the
have
Gold Ranger.
We have
Green Zeo.
All the Guy Zeo Rangers.
No.
Only two?
Yeah. So it's gold, it's green Zeo, blue, it's red Dino Charge.
Thunder.
Dino Thunder, and what?
Blue and red Dino.
Blue and red Dino Thunder. Okay. So then the next one is going to be,
I think the girls.
Is it yellow Dino Thunder?
Well, the yellow Zeo was supposed to be in this wave.
What happened?
They took her out.
Why?
For some reason. Well, we don't know.
Oh, because they made just male characters. You just realize that it's only men. It's only the dudes.
So
Because the females aren't selling.
Waves of the new wave, which is the red Zeo, basically covering the rest of the team.
MJ
So the females are
Spud,
missing.
we got another super chat. He says, "I'm just saying. Have you seen the fan fiction between Adam and Tommy? Just saying, make it canon." I haven't seen the fan fiction.
I haven't either. I mean, granted, fanfiction.com I'm sure has a lot of those, but like,
Does it? Is that still?
I don't know.
Fanfiction.net, by the way.
Oh, .net. Yeah, whatever. We're not endorsing or anything, but like, there's a lot of fan fiction.
Wait,
I haven't read any of it.
Back to this legacy figure thing. So earlier this year, I believe it was comicbook.com actually that put out the story that Saban would no longer, or it wouldn't be making as many female characters.
Oh yeah.
Then Saban, this is Bandai. Bandai then put out a statement saying, "We are committed to making every single character of the line." Do you think it's fishy that it's only male characters in this line?
Yeah. Oh.
Because the next line is...
I don't think it's fishy because they've already said that the female figures aren't selling. I believe this was an official statement by them. It's like, hey, we want to give you this. But if these female figures keep clogging up shelves, we can't give them to you. So what they're doing, from what I understand, they're just going to make less. Because the people that...
Or not at all. Because, I mean, conceivably, that means the next wave is supposed to have 3 female characters in it. Mm-hmm. And just Black Dino Thunder and Red Zeo.
Yeah.
And that doesn't...
We technically have those figures already, but they were con exclusives.
The way that you get people to buy... This is going to sound really crappy, but it's totally true.
It's true.
The way that you get people to buy the female figures is make box sets. Because they have no choice.
It's true, though. And I honestly don't really understand. I do, because it's marketed as a boys brand. However, like you have those guys that are going to collect all the figures, but then people will only buy like, oh, I want just all the red figures. I want all the blue figures. And for whatever reason, the girl figures just aren't as popular.
Yeah,
it's just the sad truth.
I think that the way you kind of fix that though is you make ratio the female characters to be less.
Yeah.
So that means they're rarer to get, and more collectors are gonna. Then there's gonna be
exactly.
a demand. Oh, how come there are not more female figures? That's my imitation, the fans of all fans.
That's
some
lot,
hardcore collectors.
That's a lot better like representation of fans than what I do.
Yeah, it is. Yours is pretty bad.
Mine, I don't like.
But I totally I like box sets too because it's more convenient for me.
Yeah.
I just rather just.
You don't have to go out and like search toy hunt.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't really collect figures. I'm more of a role-play kind of guy. I get all the weapons and stuff like that.
So I don't collect figures. It's just the Power Ranger Legacy line. The Legacy action figures, not line, just the figures. I like those because I have a big setup of them and it looks great. But
I just have the weapons and the more.
I have the communicators. I love the communicators.
Yes.
I think they're great. Now, what's your favorite piece of merchandise this year?
It would be the Power Sword if I had gotten my hands on it.
$25 at Target.
I can't find it, and every time I do, it's like I don't have money.
$25 Target. It was $25.
It was,
Target,
and I really wish I had taken advantage of that, but no.
My favorite thing that I think I've gotten this year was the Gold Ranger communicator.
Oh, that's right.
All
You do
6
have
of them.
that. I completely forgot about that.
The other cool one was the box set that we got from New York. The one that they gave us from New York. It's pretty cool.
I mean, there was a lot of Ranger merch, but not a whole lot of it like really appealed to me. I like seeing them.
Damn, we got another super chat.
What up?
Girl, oh boy, we're bringing these back. Girl, you must be Rita Pulsa because you're looking at because looking at you makes my monster grow.
Make sure you use your Ranger wrap up.
Yeah, damn. Darrel just put it down. Use that Ranger wrap up though.
Because
no, we get it.
okay,
We get it.
All right.
No, that's a good one. That's a good one. That was a good tutorial.
If you don't like that, we don't have to henshin hang out. It's fine.
Okay, so let's talk about this now. Let's give as long as you don't have the henshin hang out.
Yeah, it's like if you don't want to do it, yeah.
Let's put a thing in the chat room for the people to answer.
Okay.
Like a little. You want to do a quiz?
We can do a quiz.
You want to do a hashtag show quiz or Power Ranger quiz?
We only have one more show this year, After Dark. We can do a little bit of both.
Okay, Power Ranger quiz first.
Okay.
This is for the fans in the chat room, right? And if you super chat, we're only gonna reach your super
If you
chat.
get it
Just
wrong,
kidding.
you die.
All right, so can you name?
Just kidding. You
Oh.
don't believe me.
Here's one because we put the story out. Who was originally supposed to be the Black Hyperforce Ranger? Who was originally supposed to be the Black Hyperforce Ranger?
JDF.
Do you know? Do you know?
I do.
You do know. So let us know who you think it is in the chat. Yeah, you don't win anything. You're just gonna
Ready and go. But while we're on doing that, second question.
Second question is gonna be a hashtag show question. I'll let you come up. No. Oh, dude, Kat got it first. Ciara Hanna. This is a true statement.
Mm-hmm.
True statement. Which hashtag show member out of our whole cast doesn't like bread? Which hashtag show member of our whole cast does not like bread?
I mean, I know the answer.
You
but,
know the answer.
I want to wait till people kind of do it. Let's see.
They got Ciara. Now people are trickling. Kat got it first, though. That's Ciara
Yeah.
Hanna. Good job, Kat.
Ciara Hanna.
It's true. Releasing Monday. Tomorrow's Monday.
Oh.
Kat got the second answer right. That is right. It is me. I do not like bread.
He doesn't like pizza. He doesn't like bread. He doesn't like mechs. He doesn't like. Do you like
Mechs?
soup? Mechs. Robots.
Oh, I don't like mechs. No.
He doesn't like
I
Transformers.
like soup. Of course, I like soup. Kidding me?
I don't know. There was someone.
I'm not. No, it's not that I don't like Transformers.
He doesn't like Transformers.
Did
you hear how long that pause was?
It's not that I don't like it. It's more so Transformers are.
He can't
technically
relate
mechs.
to it.
I can't relate to it. There's a couple things here. There's certain things in like geek pop culture I just can't get into. Transformers being one of them. Man, MJ Spud. I think you must be a Green Ranger. If you play with my flute right, you can summon the Dragon Zord and it will destroy your city all day long.
If that's what you call it, your city? Yeah.
Good job, MJ. Good job. Now, so Caleb is the normal dude. When he comes out and does these, that's when he turns into Michael J. Spud, master of the pickup lines. A lot of people got this right now. Edward Sanchez says, Joe, you don't like bread. Blackwing, Joe, you're terrible for not liking pizza or bread. Carlos. Yeah, a lot of people guessed me. Thomas Franco, MJ Spud, Jalen Glover. All right, next Power Ranger question, go.
Next Power Ranger question. Oh, this is technically a hashtag question. We reported on this. I'm trying to figure
Larry Newman with the super chat.
Trying to figure out how to structure
But wash your hands before you play that flute. I love this. What did this turn into? Power Rangers After Dark? I love that. Let's get these all out now.
I'm trying to figure out. Never mind. Skip this. I'm trying to figure out how to structure it. But my question was about what did JDS say about his beef between ASJ and?
What do you mean?
Because apparently
you got to clarify it.
There's no beef. I don't know how. I didn't know how to make a question.
That was your answer.
I didn't know how to make a question about it.
Oh, here's a good one. What was JDF's favorite Ranger color to portray? Do you know the answer?
I forget. Actually,
I do.
I think it's red.
All right. So anybody out there in the chat, what was JDF's favorite Ranger color to portray?
I think it was red.
That's your guess. Ugh! So
that was great.
So now we're seeing answers already. Now we're gonna give you a hashtag show questions before I read your answers. Hashtag show question. So far, Kat has both points here. Hashtag show question is going to be, what do I want to say?
When did I join the show?
That's a good question. When did he join the show?
Because I joined the show this year. When did I join?
Yep. All right, so Shadowbird says white. White is incorrect. Blackwing also says white. Cat says Zeo red. That is also incorrect. Super Samurai says green. Joshua Chimowelski says green. Those were both also incorrect. Carlos Martinez is correct. It is black. He said it in our interview that his favorite color to portray was actually black. So that's that. Now, on to Darrel's question. When did everyone says 2017? I think you got to be more specific.
No, I mean, guys, like the month. I joined this year, but what month?
Shadowbird says April. If you don't know this, why are you asking?
Oh yeah, it was April.
All right.
I had to think about it because I joined.
Oh yeah, Kat said May 2017. April. MJ, but man, people know.
I joined almost immediately after the movie aired.
Hey, here's a fun question. What's the J stand for in Darrel's middle name? Do you think anybody's gonna guess this?
Only if you have my personal Facebook.
It's Jezzer. He takes off his mask and shrinks.
I'm Jezzer!
Jezzer sounds like Goldar. When he does the Macho Man Randy Savage impression. Jessica. Is it
You spelled it wrong.
It's Jardazzla?
So
Jardaleza?
Jardaleza. So
how did Shadowbird know that?
I don't know. But congrats on figuring it out.
Darrel J.
So
what is Darrel's address is our next. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think anyone should know that.
So,
if you do, we're gonna have some
June.
So Filipinos, for most Filipinos, their mom's maiden name becomes their middle name, and so that was my mom's maiden name, Jardaleza. Yeah, JD also.
Jardaleza, huh? So how is Jezzer's name Jezzer Zeus Kiyoshi Reyes?
I don't know. He's a son of a god and kicked out of
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm impressed with Shadowbird. That is really impressive. All right, so let's do another Ranger question. We eventually got to read that book over there.
What Hyperforce character is based on a Super Sentai character?
Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. And then for the hashtag show question, who has... Huh. Which hashtag show member just recently celebrated their birthday?
You know my hashtag question: who has the most views on a solo Ranger wrap-up video?
Well, it's not Daniel Jerome. Marv, they got it right. It is Marv.
It is. He actually said that here.
He did. He's so cool, man. I like. Oh man, what if he
Did he text back?
No, he didn't.
Boo!
All right, let's get to this.
All right.
Daniel's right. The cat, you're right. It is Daniel, not me. Daniel's daughter's not
who has the most views?
Who has the most views? You know who? All right, so here's a good question. I mean, who has the most single views, not on a live show, but just on something? Period.
I don't know.
Not a news bite either, because like the night. It's not.
Are
me.
you counting your screen rant?
It's not. No, it's not me. The screen rant stuff doesn't do nearly as well. Some of the other stuff.
Oh no.
Well, it's Kelly.
Is it?
Yeah. It's interview she did with for Overwatch.
Oh, that's
if we're
right.
not counting, if we're counting everything overall, who has the highest viewed video of all time? It's me. Star Wars. Actually, I have the number 1, and then somebody that's not even here anymore. Marissa is like number 2, and then a panel's number 3, and then Kelly's at number 4, and then I think I'm number 5. And then it breaks down like that. Ciara. Thank you, Ciara.
Of
Handling my
course.
prom date. I love her. All right, so we're gonna start. Oh man, I'm gonna let you read the first one.
What the?
And yeah, let's go.
All right. Jalen Glover. Hello, it's me, Jalen. Oh, you got that because the name. Since you guys weren't able to read it during the stream, I'll just post it here. This is my proposal for Power Rangers Hyperforce. This will be about my character, David. David was a normal 15-year-old boy trying to live a normal life after being treated poorly in school. Then his whole life changed when he loses both his parents in a terrifying fire. He then spends the rest of his life training to be a fighter and protector since he couldn't save his parents from terrible fate. He probably should be a firefighter if that's the case. He is 19 years old and is a master swordsman and will soon be the Silver Rhino Ranger. He's in command of the Rhino Zord, which has a horn that can turn into a katana and transforms into the Hyper Rhino Megazord, with its special ability known as the Charging Slash, giving the enemy 50% of dodging the attack. That hashtag show. What do you think?
Well,
there's
some bad news I got to inform you, Jalen. We wanted to break it here first. Daniel has been officially cast as the Silver Hyperforce Rhino Ranger.
Actually, yeah.
In Hyperforce, he's going to be debuting in February.
You guys think we're kidding?
So Jalen, that's a great story, but he's already going to be the Rhino Ranger.
It's funny though, because like the story is almost like exactly.
It's pretty close.
This
pretty close from what Daniel was spreading rumors. So pretty close. But Daniel, congratulations on being the Silver Hyperforce Ranger. We'll see you in February, buddy. All right, so let's. Oh, I'll go into the. Or use more.
There's just more.
Oh, go ahead.
I also have another pitch. It's about Power Ranger series that me and my friends have come up with called Power Rangers Energized. The story takes place within New York City with three.
Daniel Mono, I was just kidding. Daniel's not a Power Ranger Hyperforce member.
Please don't spread that around. We might get in trouble. But this is a joke for you guys. Story takes place in New York City with three technical geniuses known as Alex, Rocket, and Catherine. They were the best at what they did, and nothing stood in their way, nor did they allow anything to stand in their way. But when a dark cyborg awakens and causes havoc in the city, the three are summoned to a typical lab where they meet Crow, an EX computer scientist who gives them their morphers to become the Energized Power Rangers.
I like it.
Oh, that's
unfair. Great.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Bat Joe 76. Please go to Hyperforce. You guys would be epic as Rangers. Thank you so much for that comment. Hey, Bat J76, you are the man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Well, guess what? We got big news. We actually are Hyperforce Rangers, possibly.
In our hearts.
I think we
right
had a good shot this year.
Yeah, well, we had to talk to Peter, but thanks. Anyway, ZJZR08, kind of a catch-up comment, but thanks for reading my comment. First, I don't think Hollywood necessarily needs to clean the name of Avatar. Oh, that's right.
Avatar.
We were talking about.
I mean, those Naughties are pretty epic looking.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we do really need a movie adaptation this early.
We already had Avatar, the movie. It did really well.
We were saying that it needs to be no.
James Cameron's coming out the second.
No,
one.
Last Airbender.
The Navi's been to air.
Yes. Anyway, what I'm saying is that the Avatar's legacy as a show is still strong and maybe stronger because of how the show has been compared to the movie. Same with Gokaiger, where somehow someone thinks Megaforce is desecrating the original. Desecrating the original material ruins it. Okay, I understand.
Hey, we got a super chat.
Okay, let me read this one. On topic with Ninja Steel, though.
You look too classy for pickup lines. That's why I have roofies. Bill Cosby jokes. Well, too soon, man. Too soon. Too soon.
Anyway, on topic with Ninja Steel, though, it has aliens, but really, can we call it a space season? Megaforce has aliens, but I don't consider it as one. Ooh. Fun.
Damn it! Are we still taking pictures? What? It's what? Oh, dude, are you kidding me right now? All
right, summarize it.
Super Samurai 1, Part 1. What is this? Is this the sequel pitch?
Oh, I don't know.
Or did he send the actual script? I feel like I'm about to read the script here. All right. Super Samurai 1, thank you so much for your comment. Part 1, in the sequel, after the events of the first movie, we see kind of like the movie comics. Some of Rita's putties have been roaming around, still attacking every so often. Man, there's not a lot of paragraph breaks either. So often, week to week. And so 5 Rangers have been continuing their duties protecting Angel Grove and gaining more experience. As they grow stronger, their powers begin to morph, slightly changing their suits and Zords, to sell more toys.
Stronger than before.
And maybe they could look a little bit more traditional to please more people, LOL. And the 4 others get their weapons, furthering developing the Rangers. They are all kind of friends now and like to sit each other at the same lunch table. I like the idea of the love triangle between Jason, Kim, and Tommy. So Jason and Kim maybe went out on a couple of dates, but they don't think they're like a thing, at least not yet. Now, do you have a problem with this mainly because Tommy's not a girl, or?
I'm fine with Tommy being either or.
I'm going to continue on here.
Okay, continue.
Okay. All right, Jason has started to take up martial arts class and is growing into being a really strong leader, listening to all of Zordon's old battle stories, but he grows more distant from his father because he's the guy from The Office. It doesn't say that. Yes. Grows more distant from his father because he likes to keep his Ranger identity a secret from him. And Roy was a dick on The Office. I don't know if you guys knew that. You see The Office? I love The Office. I was watching it last night.
I can't watch it consecutively.
So
my
good.
attention span. I need to watch it in bursts.
Kim has started to make amends for her wrongs and is trying to implement a more positive environment at school and being a part of the student council. So no one else feels bullied and rejoins the cheerleading squad, but struggles because of her bad credibility. Billy raises up in popularity, but it only makes him more of a target with bullies in the form of Bulk and Skull, who were on a 2-week suspension during the first movie, explaining why we didn't see them.
Where are you?
Right here.
Okay.
But kind of like in the comics, Billy used to be good friends with Skull, but when they were younger. Then, with their dads being co-workers, Skull's dad also died alongside Billy's, and they grew apart as they sent Skull down to a more bad path, which he befriended Bulk. Trini sticks around Billy's side, keeping the bullies off him, and helps Kim with the student council stuff. She really likes using all of the demonstrations for herself. She doesn't know how to come out to her parents. Whoa. Oh, okay, I remember that. She doesn't know how to come out to her parents, which causes tension between them. Trini also befriends a new girl while giving her a tour at school as a favor to Kim, who had too much on her plate to do at school events. Trini starts to kind of develop feelings for her, but is scared that she won't like her back. Zach is going through some rough times now because his mom is in the hospital on the verge of death. He talks too much about enjoyment and bashing in the putties' heads and trains a lot with Jason. Jason also shows him some of the new martial arts moves, and Zach puts his own spin on them. Hip-hop keto, kind of. To help him with his anger, Jason suggests that Zach join the football team, in which he gives him some pointers to do that. Tommy, one of the new kids at school, Jason sees him as a martial arts class, and they have a friendly rivalry. While Kim is setting up a banister, she falls from the ladder. Man, you're plot by point. I mean, you went for it.
Do you need some water?
Actually, I do. Went for it, man. He really went for it.
Oh,
Wait, I think we got a super chat in between. We got a super chat. You might want to call the bomb squad because there's going to be an explosion in your anus. That was direct. That was direct. All right, so here, where was I?
Are you gonna continue?
Yeah, I got it. All right, so where was I? All right, Tommy's one of the new kids at school. Jason sees him as a martial arts class. They have a friendly rivalry. While Kim is setting up a banister, falls from the ladder, and Tommy catches her. That's pretty ironic. He mostly keeps to himself, except for sometimes when he's being bullied, which is why he's in detention at the end of the first movie, because he's finally got the bully. Tommy and his sister were adopted from an orphanage by the Oliver family when they were around 11 or 12. Hey, we got a lot of backstory here. And their adopted parents, they haven't even morphed yet, by the way, have already... wait, what? No, this is a lot. Adoptive parents, all of them new kids in town. Lord Zed arrives into Earth orbits. I'm not going to read this whole thing.
He goes all the way to Turbo. Oh, and Dino Thunder.
All right, so let's just summarize it. Let me just skim it. Let me skim it.
This is the last part.
Wait, which page is which?
This is part 3.
Was I even on part 2 yet?
I don't even know. This is part 2.
All right,
I'll
summarize this. Pretty much what happens is we open up on they meet the Aquitar Rangers and they fight the Hydro Hog. The alien Rangers get captured, return to Earth. It's very similar to the TV show.
This is part 3.
Except that part was. And they find a Zeo crystal. There's tray of Triforias in here. I will say this.
You put a lot of time into this.
Somebody mentioned fanfiction.net in here. This is a great place for this. This is somewhere where hey, it's long.
I mean,
that's a hell of a pitch, though.
If Twilight can be turned into a movie because it's fan fiction of 50 Shades of Grey, this might get into a movie. I don't know.
I mean, I mean, this is a pretty good pitch.
Yeah.
All right, so look. All right, so we're gonna do these new things now. They're called elevator pitches. You know what elevator pitch is?
I do.
All right,
I'm very familiar.
Give
with
me
those.
an elevator pitch of the next season of Power Rangers.
So 5 teens joined together using the power of wait, it's not 5 teens. 6 teens using the power of thievery and police technology to fight off a mutual enemy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the whole plot. Okay, let's go with Q Ranger.
Guardians of the Galaxy meets Power Rangers.
In spandex.
There you go. That's an elevator pitch. That's
an elevator pitch.
We want elevator pitches. MJ Spud says, how do you confuse an archaeologist, show him a tampon, and ask him what period it's from? That's a good one.
Super Samurai 1.
I thought Daniel was going to get stuck reading it. All right, you know what? That's a good prank. We should pull this prank on Daniel when he gets back. Is make him read a long one. We should just literally start typing just words and having him read.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up
so,
here.
Hey, fun fact. This is for all the hashtag fans. Pull the curtain back a little bit. Daniel's not on After Dark, so we're safe. He will literally read anything. Like if we put it on the teleprompter, he will read it. He is Ron Burgundy. So if you do these, literally put... all right, here's the fun one. The next Ranger wrap-up, we have Daniel is on it. We want... What the hell? Are you sharpening a knife in here? What is going on? We want You're not going
to get blood. You're just going to get sparks.
We want you guys to make the most outrageous Power Ranger elevator pitches ever. Give you an example. It's My Little Pony meets Super Samurai Squad. And it's about 5 magical ponies. 5 magical ponies that end up turning into Power Rangers, except they're horses. Like, give us outrageous
I was
pitches.
gonna say, I'm actually like slightly intrigued. Where are you going with this?
You better just give us amazing off the wall pitches. Like, I want to hear like it's 4 treasure trolls searching for a home.
So class in college went on a field trip and they smelled some flowers and the flowers granted them superpowers, right? And now they're the flower Power Rangers.
The Flower Power Rangers. There you go. The Flower Power Rangers. That's perfect. Like, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
Your sense of smell has granted you the power to save the world.
Don't worry. If Daniel was watching, he'd say he's here. Believe me, he would let you guys know. He's not watching. He's off being some jabroni. So another, like, we want it like the Polka Dot Rangers. Like, we want you to pitch like just random things and have Daniel read them. And then here's the thing. Dan, hope he doesn't watch this back. And then I'm gonna be like, yo, these are great ideas, man. I want to see his reaction to them. This is gonna be great. Now you guys know how my mind works. I'm like the Jim from The Office around here. Like, I love pranking Daniel. It's the best. He's like Dwight.
Yeah. I don't think he would chop off someone's face though.
No, Carlos Martinez is really like Dwight though. But like, other than that.
All right. So let's finish this up because just because you read all of that, FF Justice, congratulations, you've been beat out. I'm going to read your comment and then that's it for our comments. So FF Justice, hello you all, or hello you, or y'all. Not much. That was a little weird. Not much to say this time, other than the fact that starting in 1997, the year I started watching Power Rangers, thanks Mom, I lived 16 years without knowing anyone beyond me and my brother Dragon Knight loved Power Rangers. I've seen forums, no people per se. Oh, okay. I was born in 1995, my brother in 1993. After 2 years of school, we became homeschooled in 2001, and I haven't been to school since, not opposed to future endeavors. My parents couldn't afford a computer, so no internet access until 2007. Actually, me too, actually. While me and my immediate fam lived in hotels due to not having a livable house because of a Hurricane Katrina, and then finding an apartment where we finally got a computer. I used the internet a lot, but didn't give much attention to fandom still. Side note, we're back at our house since 2009. All this was why I didn't know the PR fandom until 2013. No one references Power Ranger in the shows from my childhood, the late 90s, early 2000s. Heck, not even now. You'd think Cisco Ramon would say something Power Rangers-y. So that helped my innocent ignorance. In that year, I happened upon a channel known as Black Nerd Comedy, where this guy named Andre reviewed a Megaforce episode about Orion's introduction. Dude funny as huh! And subscribed soon after. From my 2013 Black Nerd introduction up till now, I've been open to a more phenomenal world that has reached heights not quite seen since 1993 to 95. It's been awesome. Big thanks to that hashtag show for such a level of fellow fan interaction. Love y'alls to a new year of Ranger Nation.
Whew. Great job, FF Justice. Thank you guys so much. I do want to talk about Morphicon though.
Yes.
Before we have a couple minutes. So here's the deal, guys. For all of you out there watching at home, we are throwing the official Power Rangers prom. I know that Blackwing in here. I thought you weren't going to be on the show, Blackwing. What are you talking about, bro? Blackwing sent in a video apparently, but I never saw it. And Josh, did you see it?
See what?
Blackwing, did he send in a video? Did you get a Power Ranger prom proposal video?
I didn't see one.
All right, so we have a thing. Send it to fanquestions@ths.com. Nope, that's wrong. Fanquestions@thathashtagshow.com
yes.
is where that should go. Fan questions.
Make sure you don't misspell it or we'll get lost.
It will get lost. So send it there and we get everything. We will put it. No, hey, don't apologize for your very detailed, in-depth, thorough pitch.
1, 2.
Yeah, don't apologize for that. That's a thing of beauty. It's over there. I'll get it later.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pages.
So here's the deal. So what you can do is send in your promposal videos on that hashtag show. We will be airing them throughout up until Morphicon. But we have the Angel Grove prom that's going to be happening Saturday.
Yes.
The official Power Morphicon party. Be there. Take a date. We recommend taking other fans in the community. Is my line on this?
He said he was gonna bring Anna Kendrick. I don't know.
No, I bring Ciara Hanna. Did you not see the video?
I saw the video. But this guy is like, bring people in the fandom. Whatever. Anyway.
Who are you bringing?
I'm bringing Diana Chen.
She's not in the fandom.
Yes, she is.
Boy, that was a really aggressive.
What?
Yes, she is.
No, what?
So bring people that you would like to go to prom with. I would recommend not asking Power Rangers because I don't want you to not have a date for the Power Ranger prom.
Chances are they won't see it. So
they may, but
they might.
They were probably already going with other people. Like Ciara's going with me. But realistically, you guys should definitely send in videos because we would like to start playing these at the end of our show. Another thing we'd also like you to do. That was going to be a really bad idea on my part for just a second, and then I thought about it, and then reality kicked in. Send in those prom proposals, but we do want to talk about the Power Ranger kickoff party at MorphCon that we're going to be putting on with Steve Cardenas.
It was a little soccer.
Steve Cardenas, what was that?
No, it was a little stalkerish, right? Yes, it was.
What are you talking about?
Yes, that hashtag show.
Oh. So yeah, that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah. So go to check out Steve's thing. That's going to be in the first night at Power MorphCon. More details to follow at Power MorphCon. Have they announced any other guests besides JDF?
I mean, most of the guests that are going to be at MorphCon are repeat guests. So if you look at last year's, most likely they're going to be there again too.
Who are you looking forward to as being a big surprise if they get it?
JDF. Because
He's coming.
Yeah, well, I know, but as a surprise, like, oh man, I'm so glad. I don't know.
Who do you want there? Let's just say that. I want Amy Jo.
Actually, yeah, I agree. Because I've never actually met JDF and Amy Jo. Well, actually, I've met JDF now. So Amy Jo is the only MMPR team member I've never met.
Does that hashtag, Jalen, does that hashtag show have an email account or something?
Fan questions
at that hashtag
show.com.
There you go.
If someone
Fan questions, one word.
If someone wants to like Adobe Premiere the link in my hand, that would be fantastic.
Yep. Oh, there it is. Share it with the email. Oh, thank you. Yes, Amy Jo would be awesome. We would love to see her there. Also, we would like you to take Ranger fans. Actually, thinking about asking somebody else now too. So we can have 2 dates, right? Let's just do it. Let's just do it.
Okay, I'll just ask Ciara too.
Yeah, we're gonna have
we'll switch off.
We'll have a big group thing. I think I am gonna ask somebody else though.
We'll see what happens.
Let Ciara see it. But that'll be fun. Who's Daniel going with?
Someone from the show, I think.
Is he?
I don't know.
I thought he asked Mrs. Appleby. I don't know. Regardless, that's gonna do it for us right here at that hashtag show.
I would love to see that actually.
Well, she's a kind lady, and
she is.
Daniel likes the ladies. So that is what we're going to be doing next year.
Ladies.
We're going to be at Power MorphCon. You can catch us there. We have a lot more stuff going on.
We still have, starting from 3 days, we have 7 months till MorphCon. So yeah, we'll see you guys there.
Yeah. Oh, who is Derek going with? I think Derek was supposed to be going with Migdalia. Actually, so I don't think that was a thing.
Wasn't Daniel?
No, it's a real thing. There's a video and everything. It was one of our After Darks.
Wasn't Daniel going with Migdalia?
Oh yeah, sorry. Daniel was going with Migdalia. I don't know.
And Miss Appleby.
And Mrs. Appleby.
Okay, yeah.
That is true. Wait. Daniel's going with Miss Appleby. This is true. Daniel is hashtag Daniel Heart Miss Appleby. Hashtag Daniel Heart Miss Appleby. Or is there a better hashtag than that?
I don't know.
Daniel's teacher.
How do we ship
Daniel is teacher's pet?
Can we ship Daniel Appleby? Hashtag Daniel Appleby. Daniel B. Daniel B.
I think yeah.
Hashtag Daniel B. That's their ship. So that'll be a lot of fun. We'll like to see that start trending on every Ranger wrap up now. But yes, that is going to be a thing. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and we always love talking about Power Rangers. Next week, Darrel won't be here, but Darrel, where will you be?
I will be at Coliseum in San Diego. If you guys want to come by, please stop by. I can't stress it enough. It's a free event, free parking, and all the money that the con makes goes to the Lupus Foundation of Southern California.
And Darrel, where can people find you on social media? Hashtag Daniel B. It's already starting to go.
Hashtag Daniel B. Yeah, you guys can find me on all social media. Darrel J. Delphin, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's the same for all of them. And yeah, what's up? I've been really active on Twitter lately. I've just been posting nonsense, and it's been fun.
What kind of nonsense?
Videos of just me just screaming, which is nothing new. So,
Darrel, how would a monster named Slugshoe sound?
Slugshoe. Yeah, I guess
I'm just gonna say monster names eventually.
You filthy Power Rangers! I'll step on you like you stepped on me. I don't know.
There you go. Larry just says Joe taking on the girls ain't that. I'm not taking everybody. I just said two.
Liar.
Anyways, Lucius, where will we find you, Joe? Well, you will find me on After Dark tonight. Woo! The New Year's party.
The last show of the New Year.
The drinks are going to be flowing. The New Year's celebration begins. I think there's a few games planned. I think there's a call-in thing. I think there's some kind of drinking challenge. I think there's a taco eating challenge.
You can hit Jezzer's car.
I get to punch. Jezzer's actually going to be on the show.
That's what I mean.
So the whole thing is for Jezzer has.
Wait, is Jezzer on stream?
He's on right now too.
Damn it! I was gonna say you should just punch him without square in the chest.
Jezzer is on the show, and we are gonna. You guys have all heard about the Jezzer stories. The man is going to be joining Hashtag Show in 2018, and now you get to get your first experience of the Gremlin himself. He doesn't like Gremlin. He doesn't like Troll either, because he's like, well, Troll sounds too gremlin-y. How do I not be a gremlin? Bro, I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. Here's the deal. The real life Squat, our version of Squat, Jezzer, is going to be in the show this week, or tonight on After Dark. Join us. You get to see his face. You get to hear the stories for yourself. And you get to... Listen, we don't want to bring the gremlin out. I told them last night, I was like, listen, there's a point where you get to Fun Jezzer and the gremlin. And that point, it's like Bruce Banner and the Hulk. You don't know when it's going to happen. But yes, it's going to happen tonight. So join us for After Dark. You can find me at that Hashtag Joe on all social media and over on at screenrant.com. Yes. And that's going to do it for us. Darrel, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Really quick, guys, because they're doing After Dark. I'm actually going to be on another stream, not here with Hashtag, but I'm going to be doing a Let's Play gaming stream with Danny Castellanos from We the Geeks, John, on his channel, Cosmo Bros. I'll post it on Twitter.
Big John Alpha?
Yeah. We're doing a whole thing, and Jimmy from Pop Culture Renegades, we're going to be doing the stream. It's the first time we're doing this. We picked up a game last night at like this store in Long Beach. We're like, hey, you want to stream this? Yeah, let's do it. So we're going to do that tonight also. I don't know if it's going to interfere with that, but you can jump between. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Jump in between, guys. Look, everybody's really excited to see Jezzer. You'll get the stories yourself. Wait, I'll try to get the gremlin out for you guys tonight. I'll try to get the gremlin out, and you'll see what happens. He's like the Tasmanian devil, and he's little too, like the Tasmanian devil. So it makes sense. Well, he's not little; he's just short. He's like the Tasmanian devil. Yeah, that's gonna do it for us, guys. Thank you guys so much. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year, guys!
Please go and see Darrel at San Diego next week.
It's gonna be fun.
There's nothing better than free. He's going to be there, and Rangers are going to be there. So if you want to meet Tracy Lynn Cruz, who played Ashley on Power Rangers Turbo and in Space, she'll be there, and Brennan Mejia, who played Tyler on Power Rangers Dino Charge, he'll also be there.
Yeah, like if you don't want to see me and see actual Power Rangers, that's who you're gonna go see. So please stop by.
Stop by. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Happy New Year, but I'll see you on After Dark. We actually have video messages from our whole cast on After Dark, so you'll see that. And for the ones that aren't there, like you'll be doing one in like 2 minutes.
I'll do one in a little bit. Because, All right, so I'll see you guys next year.
Later, guys.
Bye.